everyone. First of all, I would like to take this time and opportunity to thank you all for joining us today. Before I even proceed and continue moving forward, allow me to introduce myself. Standing in front of you, my name is Nokubonga Matomela, and I am part of the Promote Balance team, particularly working as a client success specialist. So in terms of you being here today, that is my responsibility to ensure you get the best experience ever. So please don't hesitate, nudge me, hint, Nokubonga here and there. We're always welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Before I even proceed further in terms of our agenda, what's happening today and what we're here about, I'd first just like to tell you more about Promote Balance. So at Promote Balance, we are a behavioral and performance consultancy that speaks to productivity within the workplace. And now, as we gathered here today, with this HR Breakfast Forum, we will be exploring what the workplace really looked like in a digital age and also in a digital era. So before I even move forward, I'd really like you all to know that your contributions are most welcomed, and we really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedules to come and honor us with your presence today. I'd like to also introduce the program director. I'm really here to welcome everyone, really. But our program director happens to also be the managing director of Promote Balance, and that is Mrs. Shailandra Senzere.
Thank you, Nokubonga. Thank you, everybody. And Nokubonga, as Nokubonga said, we are very grateful. I am Shailandra, founder of the company Promote Balance. We've been in existence since 2019, and our main stakeholders have been HR leaders and people leaders. So that's why every year we run this event where we bring together HR leaders just to talk about what are the trends going on. 2024, we had a discussion on mental health in the workplace. We were still settling in the hybrid space, so that was relevant then. 2025, we spoke about financial wellness, and then now 2026, we've got all the AI giants sitting in front and all the people leaders sitting in front, because the always-on environment now demands a little bit more from us, that we never had, or maybe a little bit less. I don't know. Let's see what that looks like by the end of the session. I just want to highlight why this topic now. It's probably a broken symbol, because you already know AI has become a part of us, So today we're going to hear from Mr. Rakesh Dige. After that, we're going to have Mr. Francois Doman, who will speak about job design. We are going to have Ms. Mamoko Lamola, Mr. Abelfad Murimbika, and Ms. Mosima Khaswane, who are going to also then have a panel discussion. Then we're going to have Dr. Barbara Johnson. I won't spoil what she has for us today.
Thank you, Shailendra and Promote Balance team, for getting together such a wonderful team of HR leaders as well as business leaders across the various organizations. So before we get going, just a quick question. Over the last few years, we have invested heavily in technology for the systems, for automation, for, of course, with the AI as well. The question that I want to ask you, how many of you in the room have heard or believe or feel that AI is going to take over jobs or replace human beings? The real risk is not about losing job. I think the real risk is about losing human judgment.
Yeah.
Right now, what's happening is with the AI tool, prompting tool, especially ChatGPT and Copilot and the various kind of, we have become so much dependent on them that even for small things we can use it, but I think we are becoming overly dependent on them. So I think the risk is not about losing job, it's about losing human judgment. Because we don't design AI properly, and we are making technology a priority instead of people priority, which of course it's your forte. I mean, your group of people, you deal with people day in, day out. The real question is whether AI will take over jobs. I don't think so. It will replace, of course it will revolve, but the real question is who owns the decision when the AI is in the room. When people have used AI as a supporting rationale, end of the day, human has to take a decision.
So when I grew up, my father was a town planner. Is that job still existent? Like, what is a town planner? So what he was doing was to create plans of where roads are, in a small town. And I would like to take you on a journey where I want you to imagine a small town in South Africa. Let's say there's going to be a new town. They find that now we have a new mineral, lithium, somewhere, and they want to create a town around the lithium. What does it take? So they create now an economic center where they create roads to the mine. A ShopRite will pop up, a Cure Day hospitals will pop up because they want the essential services right. Our brains before 15 years ago were created like a small town space where we just needed one hospital, we just needed one road. And then suddenly they realize lithium is in demand and we want more of it, we want to create batteries. And now there are more big roads that are created. So now our brains are now a lot more connected than they used to be, right? But what does that really mean for our capacity as humans? It means we're going to get more traffic in our brains. We're going to get to see more things. We now have ChatGPT window here, Claude, Copilot, so many windows open, so much traffic in our heads. And that is not a problem, is it? No, because we're getting more information that would ordinarily not get. The problem is when there is congestion.
I'm glad that you're talking about using AI, because it is a tool. Yes, we're coming from a perspective to say that the way it is used by some people is such that the ability to reason, the ability to apply your mind cognitively is being lost. The human judgment is being lost. But we also should come from a perspective to say, even the tools that we have currently, are we using them appropriately? Are we using them efficiently to derive the benefits that we ought to be deriving from them, such that we can have more time on our hands to focus on strategic things, to focus on making a contribution to the bottom line of the organization, to focus on how do we empower our staff in a way that we promote the balance. Right? Yes. That they are well. If the employees are happy, if the employees are taken care of, it will show on the organizational performance. Are you following? So we then now say, let's take those things off your hands that you do not necessarily have to do. The same way AI is taking those difficult things, those repetitive tasks from your hands, so that you focus on the things that need the human touch, the human interaction, the human judgment, the human insights. So at ITM, we have various solutions, and I just want to zero in on one, which is the labor outsourcing, and we also offer it as an employer of record services. Like we work with different organizations across the globe.
I think talking towards organizational design and structure, it becomes more pertinent to say, but we need to be more accurate and not just quick about the understanding of the work and what people should do. Because nowadays, with all these AI stuff and things, people went along and said, okay, let's create job descriptions from anywhere. I can quote you a big company, Anglo America, talk to them. Now we're going to use an AI scraper to develop all their job profiles. Ask guys, but through what lens are you doing that? Because if I'm doing it today and you're doing it tomorrow, you'll get a different answer. To be honest, again, from a psychology perspective, we've tested many people on the CPP, and we found a handful of level 4s. So people don't have the ability to horizontally integrate across the value chain. So you can see the business effect. People are good in their silo, but they're not good in integrating across. Yep. So it gives a different spin. And then level 5 is typical CEOs, etc. But what was important is to say, if one take AI now, it will start replacing the day-to-day, mundane operational things. But as Reke said, you still need human intervention because the manager or supervisor, whatever, still need to approve, give guidance, give a budget, give something for the AI to do the next.
The question is, as AI and digital tools become more common, how is HR thinking about the impact on how people can actually work day to day?
So from our side, I am from the healthcare industry, and we do day procedures, which therefore means that 90% of my staff are nurses. They're in theater all the time. So technology, they really don't care about technology. They care about human, right? So from our side, even though we understand that the core function does not necessarily have to use the AI, we do understand that from the back office, HR side, finance side, we still need to have technology, you know? And also, we do have, I think technology has allowed us to improve on the day procedures in South Africa for the doctors. I mean, now we've got scopes, we've got this technology. That is for the doctors, but not for core employees. Does it make sense? So there is where AI is good for us, it's making money for us, but our employees don't have time. For them, what is important is the human touch with the patient. So technology for my employees or the rest of my employees is equal to impossible.
Wow. And I think that then makes me want to ask Mr. Abel to say, you've been introducing a number of AI tools. How much focus is actually being put in behavior change and the bottom line?
I'll answer this by saying, right now, the reality is that from an AI perspective, we are only trying to catch up. To answer that, I just want to start by asking the audience a question. Who is using AI in their daily work, like the ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini? Okay. Who is using a paid version of any of those AI models? Probably half the room. My last question is, who can confidently state that in your organization, firstly, you have a very clear AI governance framework that you are aware of and you are adhering to? Show of hands.
There's one there.
There is one hand up. And who is aware of an AI strategy in your organization? Two hands up. That exactly justifies what I'm saying, that
yes.
We're only trying to catch up because we are seeing the benefit of using AI in being able to deliver for now, but there is really no clear strategic intent to use AI to actually develop and improve organizational performance and delivery.
Wow.
So there's still a very big gap, and I think in the next 2, 3, 5 years we'll be aware of what we're missing, but also the errors that you're making, because AI is actually being used irresponsibly.
I can use data to make decisions, analyze through AI, and still be able to discern if the output is actually the relevant output because of the foundational expertise that I've acquired through my years of experience. At the execution level, the answer is no. The picture is quite different at that level because processes are designed, in the manufacturing space, processes are designed for specialized applications. And therefore, there are processes, procedures, policies in terms of how we do things. And as the earlier speaker mentioned, the answers to most of the things are predetermined. We know what we want, the results out of those processes. And therefore, we still seek significant foundational investment for knowledge and skills before we can allow AI to be exploited at those levels.
Regarding insights of this morning, I sat thinking, oh my God, they're covering all my topics. And so I stand here cold turkey, guys. Here's the point. It is going to be your jobs, because you're the ones, you're front line. You're going to be the most accessible possibly to people. And therefore, if we do not upskill ourselves in people development, we're going to lose ourselves, we're going to lose our people. and we're going to lose our companies, and we're going to forget bottom line, there won't be one, okay? We in South Africa have to step up and look out for our people. Meaning, purpose, fulfillment, living into honoring human beings, living into meaningful lives across 8 dimensions of life itself. And that's just the beginning. We've got to develop our people.
One thing I am now taking away is with all the AI talk, I never got goosebumps, but with this one, through my body from the top to the feet, I'm like, we are people. And shall we not forget that before the terminators start taking us away and we lose who we are. I would like to thank the room very much for the attendance and the beautiful audience that we were. I'm very grateful for all the connections we've made. I do hope we can keep them going.